Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of SCFG Live, Science Club for Girls Live. I'm Hannah with Science Club for Girls, and that was Mr. Music with your theme song. Yay! That was great, Mr. Music. I'm so happy that you could be here, and I'm so happy that everyone at home could be joining us too. I see some familiar faces on here. I see Shell and Gianna. It's so great to see all of you, and I'm so excited to hear about your favorite parts of spring and your favorite candy, because that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. Today is actually going to be really cool because not only are we talking about spring and candy, but we have an extra special guest who's going to join us to talk about a really cool rainbow experiment. Now, before we jump into our special guest, let's bring in our good science friend, Namisha, and see what she's excited for in today's episode.
Hi, Hannah! And hello, everyone watching. It has been so beautiful out because it's spring. That means our experiments must be getting even more fun. And you said we have a special episode, so I'm super duper excited. Hannah, I even have a spring joke. Want to hear it?
Oh boy, I can't even imagine what it's going to be, but sure, tell us, Namisha.
Okay. When do monkeys fall from the sky?
When do monkeys fall from the sky? I have no idea. What is it?
During April showers. Get it? Ape.
That was too good. I'm still laughing inside. That was amazing. Wow. I hope everyone at home was laughing with that good joke. April. I get it because like April the month, but like ape monkey.
Exactly.
Good one, Amisha. Oh boy.
I know. And speaking of apes, animals, we've had some really fun episodes this season when we talked about how animals have different adaptations, and then we learned about chemistry from our very own Science Club for Girls junior scientist, Tamar.
That's so right, Namisha. It was awesome to see Tamar and her density layer cup. It was so much fun. And last week, we actually got to continue our conversation on chemistry with our good friend Rita from Bristol Myers Squibb. And she talked to us about solutions and mixtures. I remember she told us that mixtures are really cool because they can be put back into their original state of matter because of the way their molecules are structured. And that's why when we made our delicious trail mix, I was able to pick out my favorite part, the M&Ms.
Exactly. And Rita was able to pick out her favorite, the pretzels. And Hannah, I also remember Rita talking about these super cool tools that she uses at work to separate solutions, since solutions aren't as easy to separate as mixtures.
That's so true, Namisha. And we actually got to see that with our Kool-Aid solution because we saw that everything dissolved together and we weren't able to pick out just the sugar or just the Kool-Aid because they kind of all mixed together. And so in order to do this, we'd really need the help of Rita's special tools in order to separate out our solution.
Awesome, yeah. Hannah, so remember when Tamara was talking about different liquids having different densities and we saw those different layers? Do you remember why she said that some sink to the bottom where others float to the top?
That's a great question, Namisha. And I do remember that Tamar told us that it's the way that the molecules in these liquids are structured. Sometimes the molecules are packed tightly together. I remember she showed us with her hands modeling those molecules, which was really helpful. And other times those molecules are spaced farther apart, making their density a lighter density. Heavy density, light density.
That's so cool. I think I want to see another experiment on this density topic. Could we do that?
Well, you're in luck, Namisha, because today we have our special scientist friends from EMD Serono. Lori and her science sidekick, Ashley, are here to show us about density.
No way! That sounds awesome. And I heard Lori and Ashley are going to show us this experiment with my favorite candy, Skittles. And I saw that Jenny loves Skittles too. Skittles are really delicious. Let's get started. Ready, Hannah? Ready, scientists at home?
I'm so ready, and I hope you young scientists are ready at home for some delicious spring science. Let's get started.
Hi, Hannah. Thanks for inviting us today. My name is Lori, and I'm a scientist. I've always loved science ever since I was a little kid, and when I grew up, I became a scientist that studies how your immune system works. It's really cool. But today, my assistant here, Ashley, my daughter, and I are so excited to do a science experiment with you today. We knew a few weeks ago you learned about density, So as we just passed the first day of spring, we wanted to come back and do another density experiment that's focused around rainbows. I love rainbows. Do you, Ashley?
I do too.
Good. All things, including water, can be measured in density. And density is how much stuff is packed into the same amount of space. So a cup of water, for example, compared with a cup of honey, which is more dense? What do you think, Ashley?
I think the honey is more dense.
Let's see.
Wow, I love rainbows too, just like Lori and Ashley. Hannah, what do you think will have a higher density that Lori's holding, the water or the honey?
That's a great question. And if you have a prediction at home, definitely write it in the chat. Now, I predict that the water is going to be less dense than the honey because when I pick up a bottle of honey, it's kind of heavy. And that's making me think that like there might be a lot of molecules that are packed into that honey jar and more molecules than are packed into the glass of water. So that must mean that the honey is more dense than the water. And I see that Jenny is also agreeing with my hypothesis.
Well, those are some really great predictions, Hannah. Let's see what's next.
Awesome.
So if we pour some honey in this cup, you are so right. It's that gloppy, thick honey that is more dense than water. It sank to the bottom. So solid things, including bones, can be measured in density. Nice solid bones will be strong, less likely to break, and have high bone density. If you get enough calcium when you're young, your bones are more likely to be dense and strong for your whole life. So drink milk and eat other calcium-rich foods. What's your favorite calcium-rich food, Ashley?
I like cheese, especially on pizza.
I do love a good cheesy slice of pizza.
Wow, Lori and Ashley just gave us some really cool facts. I didn't realize that calcium was that important.
Same here. Maybe we'll also have to order a cheesy pizza next episode to get our calcium in. I thought it was really interesting how Lori said that even our bones can be measured in density. That solid bones are strong and less likely to break. And that more calcium in our bones, the stronger our bones are.
That's exactly right. It was so cool to see that connection between density and the human body because density is really all around us and makes me really happy that I get to eat cheese later. All right, let's see what's next in Lori and Ashley's experiment. I've got my Skittles ready, so I'm excited to see.
Me too.
That is the best. But let's get back to our density rainbow. So plain water is less dense than water mixed with other stuff, such as dissolved candy or Skittles that are made of sugar. In this experiment, we're going to dissolve small and large amounts of candy into water, and then we're going to actually layer the different colored water in a glass. So let's get started. What do you need? First, you need water, microwave-safe cup, a microwave, 5 small cups, a clear glass to display your rainbow, a spoon or a dropper, and of course, yummy Skittles. All right, so here we're gonna do is you're gonna line up your 5 cups. You're gonna get 10 purple Skittles. You're gonna get 8 green Skittles, 6 yellow Skittles, 4 orange Skittles, and 2 red Skittles. So Ashley, why don't you go ahead and put the Skittles in the cups, and I'm gonna get some water. I've warmed up some water over here, and make sure you ask a parent to help. You can put it in the microwave and get it nice and warm. And then after you do that, you're gonna start adding it to the cups. So you're gonna take a tablespoon and you're gonna put 2 tablespoons of water into each cup. There you go, put those purple ones in here, last one. And you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of water in each cup. So Ashley, what do you think is gonna happen? What's your hypothesis of how the layers are going to work when we put them in our cup?
I think that the purple is most dense because it has 10 sugary Skittles, other than the red that has 2, which will be at the top.
Wow, Ashley made a really good prediction about which color would be on the top and which one would sink towards the bottom. Namisha, do you agree with Ashley's prediction?
Oh, I sure do, Hannah. I even drew the same diagram as Ashley as I was listening to her make her prediction. Now her and I have matching diagrams. How cool.
That's a great idea, Namisha. Let's see if yours and Ashley's predictions are correct. If you're at home, definitely make your own prediction about which color Skittle will be on the bottom and which will be on the top. Also, Shell, great that you love Skittles too.
That is a great hypothesis. So it takes about an hour for the Skittles to dissolve. So we went ahead and started this about an hour ago. So here you can see our cups of Skittles that have been sitting for an hour. We're going to line them nice up here. And we're going to start here with our clear glass. Actually, I'm going to put the purple here. We're going to start with the purple. So Ashley, why don't you get the dropper and you're going to take some of the purple and you're going to put it into that clear glass. All right. Now that we have our purple layer, let's get our green layer. So Ashley, why don't you go ahead and put a little bit of green, and there you go. Now you're going to want to put it on the side of the glass and do it very slowly so that the layer very slowly, there you go. As you do it very slowly, the layer should form on top. Here, let's try a little bit more of this green. That was a great job you did. Again, we want to take it very slowly. And you're going to start seeing a layer of green that forms on the top of your purple. Wow.
Next, we're going to take yellow.
That's right, because that was the next where we used 6 Skittles. So we're going to get some yellow, and we're going to put it very slowly down the side. So you can start to see the layers forming. We have purple, we have green, and now we have yellow. So we're going to end with our last 2 colors here. We're going to start with orange and put our orange layer in. So make sure you get your orange. Okay, and we're going to end with our very last one. We're going to end with our red. So we'll get our last part of our rainbow. Isn't science cool and yummy? You can eat a Skittle if you'd like to. It's part of the fun of doing food experiments. See, if you come up here close, I don't know if you can see it. We might add a little more red just on the top here. But you can see there are different layers that have formed. As we see, they're pink on top. And there you have it. You have your rainbow Skittle. Ooh. But that was so much fun, and your hypothesis was right, Ashley. The purple Skittles were the most dense, and they're on the bottom here because we used 10 Skittles, which is 10 things of sugar compared to our 2 red.
Wow, yours and Ashley's predictions were correct, Namisha. It's so cool to see the Skittles, which is normally a delicious snack, turned into a beautiful science rainbow.
Oh, it sure was, Hannah. And here's the secret. I heard that there's one really fun and quick experiment that we're going to do next. So, young scientists, Hannah and I are going to do this next experiment with Lori and Ashley, and we would love to hear all about you all following along too. So, Hannah, can you tell us what we'll need?
Sure. Super easy. All you need for this is some beautiful colored Skittles that are laid on a plate like so. I didn't really do a pattern, but you are welcome to choose a pattern if you would like. And you need a glass of warm water. I just warmed my water up in the microwave for about 2 minutes and it was good to go. Definitely ask an adult for help if you are warming up your water. And that's, I think, pretty much it. Don't forget to write down your observations as we're doing this experiment in the chat box because I can't wait to hear. All right, Namisha, you ready to see?
So ready.
Cool.
So before we go today, we wanted to do one last experiment that's very quick and easy to do. So using your leftover Skittles, if you have any left and you haven't eaten them all, go ahead and take a plate and finish and make a pattern however you would like all around the plate. You can line it any way. What kind of pattern did you do today, Ashley?
I did the pattern of the rainbow.
I love it. And and you'll get some more warm water and you'll pour it right in the center of the plate. And you'll let it sit for about 30 minutes or 30 seconds. And slowly you're going to be able to see the rainbow come to the center.
Whoa.
You can start to see it go forward and build our own Skittle rainbow. But we had so much fun getting to spend time with you today, teaching you about density, doing some of our favorite experiments, and with rainbows in spring. We hope you had so much fun. Back over to you, Hannah, and thanks for the opportunity. Bye.
Wow, that was so awesome. Look at my rainbow, Namisha. It's actually slowly forming right now. Look at that.
Wow, that's so cool. I love all your different colors in there. Here's my rainbow. Ours are kind of similar.
They are very similar. Look at that. It's like traveling. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. It's like traveling to the center. It kind of looks like tie-dye.
Yeah.
Mr. Music, look at this rainbow. Isn't that cool? Very neat.
Same here, Mr. Music.
Wow.
I've
Super
got
cool.
to say, that was so much fun learning from our friends at EMD Serono, Lori, and her super fun scientist daughter, Ashley. I learned so much about density, and now I know that Skittles can be more than just a yummy snack.
Me too, Namisha. And next week, we're going to learn even more about chemistry because we're going to learn how to make our drawings float.
Oh, drawings float. I think Dr. Marbles, who's going to be there next week, is going to definitely love that one.
I'm sure he will. And I hope everyone at home had so much fun with today's spring candy experiments. And we can't wait to see you next week. Before we go, I have an extra special announcement for all the adults that are watching. We would like to invite you to the 2021 Virtual Catalyst Awards. This is the showcase of and our big fundraising event, and we'd love to see you there. If you have any questions or want to learn more about the Catalyst Awards or RSVP, please head to our website at scienceclubforgirls.org. It's sure to be a night to remember. Well, everyone, I had so much fun today, and I think I'm going to go eat some Skittles. What about you, Namisha?
Oh, yeah, me too. Maybe even my Skittles rainbow that we made.
Definitely. I hope Shell can eat some Skittles too, because she said she loves Skittles. Anyway, it's been another great episode of SCFG Live. Thank you to everyone at EMD Serono, and thank you all at home for participating in today's episode. Thanks to Misha. I can't wait to see you next week.
Me too, Hannah.
Bye.
Bye.